face down in the mud. My name is Vander Puchert, and this is Finding Frequency. Face down? I know what you're thinking. What did Vander do to deserve this? You would be wrong. It wasn't me face down in the mud. Let me tell you the story. So this morning we decided to take a little bit of adventure, take a walk in the forest. Sounds like a good idea. It's just a pity that Marta has a picture of what that means to walk in the forest, and I have a picture of what it means to walk in the forest. Now, on my side, it's a leisurely stroll, maybe with a walking stick, just looking into the forest, listening to the birds, and just enjoying Mother Nature. For Marta, it means that you basically have to find a bunch of machetes, bug spray, and go on a quest. And yes, that is what we ended up doing, going on a quest. Now, if you haven't been following the last few episodes, we were in the countryside. I say were because we are now back in Warsaw. And at the time of the story, we were still in Brodnica, heading out the morning for our stroll in the forest. And at some stage, Marta decided that we should go off track. And I think the track we ended up following was actually made by beavers and small animals of the forest. Clear track, but I don't think for human beings. And as we followed our way around the lake, beautiful nonetheless, Marta had a good point there. At some stage we came to a very, very, very narrow piece of land, or the road was really narrow and slippery. Luckily I was armed with the right shoes and clothing, etc. But Francie, on the other hand, had little rubber boots on, which was a good idea at the time because of all the rain and mud. And I tried to help him across this little steep embankment. Unfortunately, Daddy slipped. And with this effort to try and push him up the embankment as I'm slipping, I ended up, because of momentum and all kind of things, pushing Francie's face straight into the ground. I don't feel good about it. I really don't feel good about it. I just remember him going face first into the ground and then looking back up at me, and his mouth started opening up because he was not happy about it, having a little bit of a cry, and peering into his mouth, seeing a whole bunch of sand. Man, it wasn't a good moment to be a dad. But one thing I would say though, as we were walking after that, he was quickly ready to go on again, and he was laughing with us afterwards. But as I was walking through the woods, trying to find my way back to and lead my family back, let me say, I'm trying to be a good daddy, I just hear Marta giggling behind me because she thought that was really funny. And so that was kind of the extraordinary moment of the day. I would not say the face in the sand, but the little adventure we had in the forest. It was really amazing to experience nature like that. There was mushrooms growing all over the place. The forest was rich, wet, and there was activity, little critters around, and nice experience. A nice way to say goodbye to our countryside, because I think the family will probably go back there next week one more time to close off the water, like they say, because when the pipes freeze, that's not good for those little country houses. So they're going to go and close that down, and we will probably only return to the Brodnica I know and have come to appreciate perhaps in another 6 months' time. I'm actually a bit sad. I enjoy going there with Marta and Francie. We always have the most amazing, extraordinary experiences there. And I tip my hat to a year of experiences in that little space. So for us, probably a new chapter will open up. The next couple of weeks, I think, will be a bit quieter, specifically because Poland has now gone into this yellow zone that I mentioned yesterday. And definitely on our way back to Warsaw, as we stopped at a restaurant to get some food and get fuel and coffee and these kind of things, you can definitely see people are masking up like crazy. I think you get fined now if you get caught without a mask, and the next couple of weeks will show, especially when I start venturing out, maybe to go to the shop to see how people are reacting to this. But indications are that people are, for the most part, taking this whole warning seriously. But I don't know. We'll see if that's going to have any effect and what it means for us moving forward here in Poland. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks. But I'm saying goodbye to Brodnica, but perhaps hello to a few other adventurers, because in theory, in the next couple of weeks, the winter season will start. And then at some stage, people would, quote unquote, go skiing, depending on what our little planet is doing. But we will probably find ourselves going out to one or two little villages just to go take a breakaway, depending, of course, on what's going to happen with the larger situation. But busy weeks on its way nonetheless. And yeah, thinking back on the last couple of months, being able to go down to Brodnica just to break out of the city, man, how good was that? How extraordinary was that? And I hope when you sit and think back of what happened during perhaps what is your winter month, and perhaps like me, your summer months, I hope you have some great memories, some extraordinary memories. But now it's time to go make some new ones. Thanks for listening.